We've been testing Best Gaming TVs 2024, digging deep into the latest flavors of AMD processor and NVIDIA graphics silicon. And we know which notebooks sing and which are just tone deaf. We're not just talking about sleek, expensive new machines either. We've picked a range of gaming TVs 2024 at different price points to highlight which give you the best bang for buck and which are just outright awesome. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top Best Gaming TVs 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Samsung S90C OLED. The Samsung S90C is a high-end 4K TV in Samsung's 2023 lineup, sitting below the Samsung S95C OLED. It has a QD OLED panel, promising some of the brightest and most vibrant colors available on a TV. It has Samsung's laser slim design, Neural Quantum processor 4K upscaling with Quantum HDR OLED technology, and Motion Accelerator Turbo Pro for enhanced motion processing. This TV officially supports 4K at 144 Hz or 4K at 120 Hz on the 83-inch model, so it's a gaming powerhouse, especially with its full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth support on all 4 HDMI ports. Like other Samsung TVs, it uses Samsung's proprietary Tizen OS Smart interface, which offers a large selection of apps and games. It's available in 4 sizes: 55-inch, 65-inch, 77-inch, and a WOLED-equipped 83-inch size. The Samsung S90C is a fantastic TV for every usage. It has good SDR peak brightness, so it's great for watching TV shows or sports in a bright room, especially with its superb reflection handling. It truly shines for HDR movies and games, especially in a dark room where its OLED panel, with its deep inky blacks, truly performs at its best. The very low input lag makes it fantastic for gamers as your inputs are translated almost instantaneously to the screen. Its superb response time makes it a great choice for fans of fast-moving content, whether sports or games, as action stays clear and crisp throughout. Sadly, it doesn't support any DTS audio formats, making it tricky for a home entertainment center, and it only has adequate low-quality content smoothing, which isn't optimal for streaming services with low bite rates. We bought and tested the 65-inch Samsung S90C, and these results are also valid for the 55-inch and 77-inch models. The 83-inch model uses a WOLED panel instead of the QD OLED panel found in the smaller sizes, so our results don't apply to it. Note that the last 5 letters in the model number, AFXZ in this case, vary between retailers and individual regions, but there's no difference in performance. There are also regional models like the Samsung S92C and the Samsung S93C, but they're identical to the Samsung S90C. It's also sold as the Samsung S90CD at warehouse stores like Costco and Sam's Club. The S90CD offers the same features, picture quality, and processing capabilities, but has more powerful speakers, 60 mW versus 40 mW on the S90C, and a longer warranty. Number 4. Sony X93L/X93CL. The Sony X93L is a 4K TV with a mini LED backlight. Released in 2023, it occupies a strange place in Sony's 2023 lineup. It's almost an exact copy of the 2023 Sony X95K, but it's only available in North America in 65, 75, and 85-inch sizes. It sits above the Sony X90L/X90CL and below the Sony X95L, which is only available in an 85-inch size in North America, but is available in other sizes in Europe and other regions. Like Sony's previous flagship X95K, it offers a great selection of extra features, including hands-free voice control, the S-Center speaker input, and an ATSC 3.0 tuner for up to 4 broadcast support. It's powered by Sony's Cognitive Processor XR, which is designed to improve overall image processing and upscaling. For gamers, it has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and variable refresh rate (VRR) support, so you can take full advantage of the latest consoles. Like past Sony TVs, it's powered by the Google TV Smart platform, which is user-friendly and has a ton of apps available to download. The Sony X93L is an excellent TV overall. It's great for watching shows or sports in a bright room thanks to its high peak brightness and excellent reflection handling. Thanks to its high peak brightness and mini LED backlight, it looks great in a dark room, resulting in deep blacks with minimal blooming around bright objects. Finally, it's an amazing gaming TV with low input lag, a quick response time, and many additional gaming features, including variable refresh rate support to reduce screen tearing. We bought and tested the 65-inch Sony X93L, and these results are also valid for the 75-inch and 85-inch models. The larger sizes are expected to have more dimming zones and slightly better local dimming, but unfortunately, no information is currently available on the number of zones on the larger sizes. There's also a warehouse variant of this TV, the Sony X93CL, available in 65 and 75-inch sizes. It performs the same but comes with a more premium remote and a longer warranty. Sony TVs are usually a safe bet if you care about picture quality and accuracy, and the Sony X93L is no exception. It delivers fantastic picture quality and an excellent HDR experience, not to mention its wide selection of extra features. That said, some of its features are a bit outdated, like the fact that only 2 of its HDMI ports support HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. It's been replaced in 2024 by the Sony Bravia 7Q LED, which delivers slightly better picture quality overall, with much higher peak brightness, but it also has worse viewing angles and more noticeable glare in a bright room. Number 3. LG C3 OLED. The LG C3 OLED is the mid-range model in LG's 2023 OLED lineup, sitting above the entry-level OLED B Series LG B3 OLED and below the gallery-style LG G3 OLED and the AIC LG Z3 OLED. OLED TVs like the LG OLED C3 are self-emissive. Unlike LCD panels found on other TVs, there's no backlight. Instead, an OLED's pixels can change their brightness levels individually and independently of the other pixels, allowing them to display nearly perfect contrast, with deep inky blacks and no distracting blooming or haloing around bright objects. The C Series is usually LG's most popular OLED, as it typically has almost all of the features of the G Series, but at a more manageable price point. Indeed, aside from the G3's micro lens array, MLA, technology, the C3 comes with everything the G3 does, like the 2023 version of LG's proprietary Weibo smart interface and 4 full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It also has LG's latest 2023 processor, the A9A processor Gen 6, which promises improved image processing through LG's Brightness Booster Max and AI Tech technologies, as well as the ability to upmix 2-channel audio into virtual 7.12-channel sound using AI Sound. The LG C3 is an amazing TV, sure to please all but the most demanding buyers. The very good brightness in both SDR and HDR makes it well suited to watching anything, from SDR content to the latest hit movies in HDR. It has superb reflection handling, and with its good peak brightness, the TV can handle bright rooms or glare without issue. But like almost every OLED on the market, it's better suited for a dark room, where its OLED panel with its deep inky blacks truly performs at its best. Its very low input lag makes it a gamer's dream, as your inputs are translated almost instantaneously to the screen, and its superb response time makes it a great choice for any fans of fast-moving content, be it sports or games, as action stays clear and crisp throughout. The TV also supports DTS, making it a fantastic choice for your home entertainment center. The LG C3 is an excellent OLED TV with exceptional picture quality and is an incremental improvement over its predecessor, the LG C2 OLED. It doesn't have the LG G3 OLED's MLA focusing layer, which allows the G3 to get extremely bright, so in theory, there's a big difference between the C3 and G3 this year. However, in actual usage, the difference in brightness between the two TVs isn't very noticeable and isn't worth the price difference for most people. You could also save some money by going with a cheaper LG B3 OLED, which is dimmer overall, is limited to only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, but otherwise has the same feature set. When compared to OLEDs from other brands, the Sony A95K OLED, Samsung S95B OLED, and Samsung S95C OLED are all marginally better than the C3 when it comes to image quality, as QD OLED panels are very colorful and can output very bright and saturated colors. Number 2. LG B3 OLED. The LG B3 OLED is a mid-range OLED TV replacing 2022's LG B2 OLED and sits between the LG A3 OLED and the LG C3 OLED in LG's 2023 lineup. It uses LG's A7A processor Gen 6 for its image and audio processing and supports Dolby Vision HDR as well as Dolby Digital, Dolby Atmos, and DTS audio formats. It has 4 HDMI ports, 2 of which carry HDMI 2.1 bandwidth capable of up to 4 at 120 Hz, including Dolby Vision gaming up to 120 Hz. The TV is compatible with every variable refresh rate, VRR, technology for nearly tear-free gaming, has LG's Game Optimizer gaming interface, and has auto low latency mode (ALM) support. It comes with version 23 of LG's Webos smart platform and works with the Amazon Alexa, Apple HomeKit, and Google Assistant smart ecosystems, as well as Apple AirPlay 2 for wireless streaming. It's available in a few sizes, from 55 to 77 inches. The LG B3 is an excellent TV overall. It's remarkable for watching movies in dark rooms thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio with perfect blacks, with most colors looking bright and vibrant. If you watch shows or sports in bright rooms, it's impressive as it has incredible reflection handling to fight glare from a few light sources, but it doesn't get bright enough to fight glare in brighter rooms. It's incredible for gaming with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 ports, variable refresh rate, VRR support to reduce screen tearing, very low input lag, and a near-instantaneous response time for smooth motion. It's also fantastic to use as a PC monitor, but OLEDs risk permanent burn-in when exposed to the same static elements over time. The LG B3 is an excellent OLED TV. It delivers deep blacks and has advanced features for gamers. The B3 is a slight step down from the LG C3 OLED in terms of peak brightness, so if you watch a lot of HDR content, you might want to spend just a bit more for the C3. The Sony A80L/A80CL OLED and the Sony A75L OLED are both very similar to the B3. And while the Sony TVs have better image processing, the LG is much cheaper and is the better choice for most people. Ultimately, the LG B3 is a great entry point into the OLED market and is one of the best bang for the buck OLEDs on the market. Number 1. Hisense U7K. Hisense has been making some of my favorite affordable LED televisions for the last 3 years, which is why I should not be so surprised at the performance of the U7K. But somehow, I regularly caught myself with a slack jaw at just how much this television is capable of at an asking price well below $1,000. As a spoiler, this is a very good television that hits new highs for a mid-range display and plays on the same field as what some of the big brands are doing for less than half the asking price. No, it's not perfect, but the sheer value of this display begs for applause. Hisense has never blown me out of the water with its design, and that doesn't change here. The U7K doesn't take any risks with how it looks and operates, but it gets the job done. The bezel is very thin, the frame even thinner, and the only interruption of the screen from the front is on the base, which has a subtle but very visible Hisense logo located at the front. The U7K is very light, most likely due to the largely plastic design, feet excluded. I'm okay with this since it doesn't look cheap, and the lighter parts make it much easier to set up than other more premium options. The aforementioned feet are also about average for flat screens in 2023, and while they do offer some level of cable management, it's the bare minimum via simple plastic clips that route cables behind each foot. I will say that if you're not planning to wall mount the U7K, the included feet do elevate the television a good amount of a media console. It's more than enough to fit most soundbars below the display comfortably, which is nice to see. In years past, I have been very hard on Hisense regarding one feature, which has to do with what happens when you mute the microphone. Previously, flipping a switch on the front of the TV that mutes the microphone would light up a line of bright LEDs that are incredibly distracting and make watching in a dark room very unpleasant. While those LEDs do make a reappearance here, when you flip that switch on the U7K, they do eventually go off. It was under an hour. Finally, I can feel fully comfortable recommending a Hisense TV again, as the previous televisions always felt like I was compromising privacy.